Okay, we're going to go through section 2.2 on logic. The first thing the author defines, we have to go through some terms. The author defines a statement is any sentence that is either, a statement is any sentence that is either true or false, but not both. Statement that is either true or false, but not both. Okay, then the author defines a truth value is the truth or falsity of a statement. And then the author gives you a new symbol and talks about the negation of a statement. And that is basically the opposite meaning. And opposite truth value. Okay, now in this book the author uses, like, he might use P to represent a statement. Okay, and the statement might be that it's hot outside today. Okay, and then the negation of that would be that it's not hot outside today, and this is the symbol for not. Okay, this is the symbol for not. So that's the negation, not P. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to make a table. We're going to go through a couple of things on a table, and I need 4 columns. Up the top, put term, explanation, symbol, and that's enough. Okay. Okay, so the first term is a conjunction. It's C-O-N-J-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, a conjunction. Okay, and the explanation, it is a compound statement. A conjunction is a compound statement formed with the word, and put it in quotes, the word and. Okay? Okay? A conjunction, it's a compound statement formed with the word and. Today is Monday and it's 4th hour. Okay, that would be a conjunction. Okay? Now, here's the symbol, okay, for an and. If I said today is Monday, that would be like the P statement. And this is the symbol for and. Looks like a caret symbol. Okay? And it is 4th block. That would be the Q statement. It is 4th block. Okay? P's and Q's. Okay? Now, here's probably the most important part of this. For a conjunction to be true, for a conjunction to be true, both parts must be true. For a conjunction to be true, both parts must be true. Another way to say that, for an and statement to be true, both parts must be true. Okay? Okay, go down another row. If it's not a conjunction, it's a disjunction. And it's formed, you can just ditto this, it's formed with the word or. It's got the word or in it. Okay, and that one, the arrow points down. P or Q. Okay? And I could say it is Monday or it is block 4. Okay? For a disjunction to be true, at least one part must be true. And this is when you're taking like social studies tests and true-false tests in history class, that kind of thing, I can change the answer, the final answer, by just changing the word in between, whether it's an and or an or. Okay, and let me give you an example. Okay, write out this sentence. Okay, elephants have big ears. And they can fly. Okay. Now we're not looking at Dumbo. We're looking at real elephants. Okay. Oh. Okay. Elephants have big ears. Okay. This would be like the. This would be the P. Elephants have big ears. They can fly. That would be like the Q. The and is this symbol. Now, here's how you do the true-false. Elephants have big ears. True. They can fly. False. For an and statement to be true, both parts must be true. So this whole statement is false. Okay, so the whole statement is false. That's how you do it. You do it one statement at a time. Okay? Let's change it. Elephants have big ears. And you may want to put a separator if that helps you visualize it. Separate it. Elephants have big ears, or they can fly. They can fly. Okay, so same thing. This would be the P. Okay, this would be the Q, and now it's joined with an or statement. The arrow points down on an or statement. Okay, so elephants have big ears. True. They can fly. False. For a disjunction to be true, at least one part must be true. So is one part true? Yep. So the whole thing is true. So I changed, the only thing I changed on that statement was the word in the middle, and I changed the overall answer. And that's what they do to you on a lot of the social studies tests, like in American history or American government. They can change it just with the or.
So why does the first part unbreak P
Oh, sorry. That's my fault. Sorry, that's my fault. Good. Yeah, that should be a P. Okay? No, that's fine. Yeah. Ask me sooner, say something sooner. A lot of times I say it or I know what I meant to write and I didn't. Yep. Good. Okay, any questions on that example? The word in the middle controls a bunch. Okay, now when you do, we're going to go through what they call truth tables. When you do these truth tables, there is a certain order to it. Okay? The first one I'm going to do is a truth table. And this one's going to be a table with a conjunction. Spell it right. Truth table with a conjunction. This is an example of a conjunction. Now, when you're doing these, the first one is P and then Q, and I'm doing an and statement because I'm doing a conjunction. So it's P and Q. Okay? Now, here's the part that you need to be careful when you're going through. Always do these in this order. When you start the table, okay, always start the table true, true. Okay, that'll be your first line. The next one is true, false. Okay, and then false, true, and false, false. Now, if you have a highlighter or something, highlight, that's the order. Like, don't put false, false up here. It always starts out true, 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 false, false, true, and then false, false. Okay? Okay, for an and statement to be true, both parts must be true. So, true, true. So, P and Q, the whole thing is true. So, in this box, for an and statement to be true, the whole thing is true. Both parts have to be true. So, that means this is false, this is false, this is false. Okay? For an and statement to be true, both parts have to be true. Okay? Let's do a truth table for a disjunction. And this one I'm going to do a disjunction. When you do a truth table, okay, it's P, Q, and this one's going to be P or Q. And this is the arrow pointing down as the or. Okay, now, these are always in order. So it's going to go true, true for the first line. It's going to go true, false, false, true, and false, false. Does that make sense? These two, they should be in the same order going down. Okay? Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare for you to check papers. Okay? So you want to go in the right order. For a disjunction to be true, at least one part must be true. So, first answer is true. Second answer is true. Third answer is true. And the last one is false. Okay? Okay? Any questions on that one? For this to be true, one part has to be true. So that's true. This one part's true. That's true. One part's true. So that's true. No parts are true. So that's false. Okay? Okay, now I want to go through an example where they actually use statements. Okay? Okay? The directions, it will say write a compound. Okay, write a compound statement and find its truth value given. Okay, now these are our statements that they give us to start with. For statement P, the statement is 1 foot is 14 inches. For statement Q, September, and you can abbreviate it, September has 30 days. Did you guys all have to memorize that poem? 30 days has September, April, June, and November, all the rest of 31 except February. Didn't have to, but you've heard it before? Okay. If not, you can look at the calendar. Okay. Okay, for statement R, a plane is defined by 3 non-collinear points. A plane is defined by 3 non-collinear points. Okay, there's our 3 statements. Okay, and then here's what they'll give you, like for column 1, P and Q. Now, there's 2 things you need. They want you to write a compound statement. So that means write it out in words. Okay, so P would say, you just go back up and look at that. 1 foot is 14 inches. And since this is an and, we need an and in our compound statement. And Q, and September has 30 days. September has 30 days. Okay? Okay, so we've written the compound statement. Now you have to get its truth value. And if you look at this, 1 foot is 14 inches. That's like the P. Is that true or false? False. That one is false. September has 30 days. That would be like our Q. Okay? And that one's true. And it's an and statement. For an and statement to be true, both parts must be true, so the whole thing is false. And somewhere on there you got to make sure they understand your final answer for the whole thing is false. Okay? Everybody okay with that one? Okay.
So what's the table form?
That will be for, and we'll do more of those. Okay? They will give you more statements and more where you have to figure out whether it's true or false.
Like this is just telling you which one is true.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All you need to know right now is if it's an and statement, both parts have to be true. If it's an or statement, at least one part must be true for the whole thing to be true. Okay, now they will give you something like this. Not P. Okay? So it's the negation of P, and this symbol means and. Okay, so the negation of P would be 1 foot is not 14 inches. So when you negate it, you're just basically saying the word not. Okay? And R. Plane is defined by 3 non-collinear points. Okay, so look at the 1 foot is not 14 inches. True or false? Okay, that one is true. And a plane is defined by 3 non-collinear points. That's true. And it's joined by an and. So the whole thing is true. For an and statement to be true, both parts must be true. So the whole thing is true. Okay? Okay, so when they ask you, now it's a reading thing too. When they ask you to write a compound statement, that means you actually have to write it out in words. Okay? And then do the truth part of it. Okay? Okay, the next thing the author talks about in this section is Venn diagrams. Have you heard that term before? Yep. Okay, Venn diagrams can be used to help solve conjunctions. Venn diagrams can be used to help solve conjunctions and disjunctions. If you want to abbreviate those, that's fine. Okay, let's look at an example. The Venn diagram shows the number of students. The Venn diagram shows the number of students enrolled in tap, jazz, and ballet. Okay, let's look at the Venn diagram. Do 3 intersecting circles. Like that. Okay, for this one, make it tap. Put 28 in this part of the circle, 13 here, 9 in the middle, 17 here. Okay, label this part jazz, and put 43 here, and 25 here. And then label this ballet, and put 29 out here. Okay, get your picture drawn. Okay, now they're going to ask you some questions on the first one. How many are enrolled in all 3? That's like all 3 at once. How many? 9, because that's the overlap. Okay? These people are in tap, they're also in jazz, they're also in ballet. So you can tell 9. Okay, the second question. How many are enrolled in tap or ballet? Isn't this person in tap?
Yeah.
They have to be in tap or ballet. So what do I have to do to figure? How are you figuring? Isn't this person in tap or ballet? They're actually both, right? So we need the 28, we need the 13, we need the 9, we need the 17, we need the 25, we need the 29. Yep. They're in tap or ballet. Okay. Another question. How many are enrolled in jazz and ballet and not tap? How many are enrolled in jazz or ballet but not tap? They're enrolled in jazz and ballet. So where's that? Yeah, jazz and ballet, the 9 and the 25, but they're not in tap. So how many? Yeah, just the 25. Okay, just the 25. Okay. Okay, one more example of a truth table. Okay. Still need 4 columns. Okay, up at the top, this is just another example. Say I do P, Q, not P, and then not P or Q. This is an OR statement. Now, you might have to look back at your examples in the notes to know the order. It goes true, 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 false, false, true, and false, false. The four starting things are always in this order. True, 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 false, false, true, and false, false. Okay, now, don't make these hard. Okay? Look up here for a minute. Not he. So you look at this. Yeah, if this is true, then this is false. So you're basically looking at this and saying it's false. So then you're looking at this, so it is false. You're looking at this and saying true. So this would also be true. Okay? Now, it's this column, not he, so it's this column or Q. So you look at these two. For an OR statement to be true, at least one part must be true. So the whole thing is. So you're now looking at these two. So the whole thing is true. Then it's false. True and true. For an AND statement to be true, both parts must be true. But for this one, an OR statement, just one part must be true. So you go ahead and figure this not he column, and then you look at, this tells you to look at this column and this one. Okay? Follow what I'm doing on that? Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you time then on the homework on page 272. Anybody need me to roll it back?
I use my notes